Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
A mother's relief.
I was so happy because I thought something had happened to my kid.
This mom reunited with her baby after her car was stolen with the young child inside. Off the top today at 5, the hunt is now on for the man who took off with the woman's car.
It happened this morning at 7 Mile in Montrose on Detroit's west side when the mother ran into a hair salon. Let's get to Priya Mann. She's live tonight to help walk us through how this all happened. Priya.
Well, Kim Devin, first off, this mom knows that she shouldn't have left the car running, but in her mind, it's cold out. She was just going to run in and out of the salon to check on a loved one. Unfortunately, that's all the time it took for a thief to get into the car, drive off with her baby boy in the back seat.
He said he knew that that kid belonged to that lady.
Sky 4 captured the moment that little baby was reunited with his parents after a frightening Friday morning.
I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing.
Bejune Gray left the car running with her baby in a car seat when she stopped at a beauty salon on Detroit's west side. Seconds later, a thief got into her car, seen here in this surveillance picture, and took off with the baby boy still inside.
When I was on my way, I just felt her energy.
As her twin sister raced to 7 Mile in Greenfield, she had no idea a Good Samaritan would save the day.
And he saw the guy jump inside of the car, followed them. Next thing he knew, as he went around the corner to see what they were doing, is his child standing there.
He picked up the 14-month-old and drove him back to his mom.
And thank God that the people who seen that believe in God and care and know that that was wrong, because he came running up the street with my baby.
About 4 miles away, police found Gray's belongings, including the base of the car seat dumped here behind an apartment complex at Warren and Southfield Freeway. Thankfully, her most precious cargo, 14-month-old Dijon, was back with his family.
That's my pride and my joy. That's my baby. I love him. I love him so much.
You could just hear the relief in her voice. So thankful that baby is reunited with his mom. Police are looking at surveillance videos in and around that area, trying to find that vehicle. At this point, they haven't found that blue 2019 blue Hyundai with tinted windows. Anyone with information asked to call Detroit Police. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
My goodness. Priya, I know this had to feel like an eternity for that mother, as however long Dijon was gone. But how long was the whole ordeal?
Yeah, Kim, you nailed it. I think in reality, this was about 3 minutes, but it could have been much longer, right? Because it was that Good Samaritan who saw this whole thing playing out. That's how he was able to pick up that little boy and take him right to his mom. Had that not happened and a stranger just come across that little baby, you would hope they would have called 911. It would have just taken a little bit longer to get that baby with his mom. So just thankful it just wrapped up in a few minutes. But again, police are still looking for that car.
Okay. Priya, thanks.
The fate of these 4 men charged with plotting to kidnap Governor Whitmer now in the hands of the jury. Jurors spent the day hearing closing arguments from all the attorneys in the case before getting their instructions from the judge. Our Sean Lay live with us tonight from Grand Rapids as this part of the trial comes to a close. And Sean, the jury's gone home for the weekend.
They got the case, Devin, at 3:53 today. They told the judge just before 5 o'clock that they want to get a fresh start on deliberations first thing Monday morning. So they have gone home for the weekend. They have so much to consider here. A huge case, a massive battle, and fiery closing arguments. Federal prosecutor Jonathan Roth began his closing argument by telling the jury, if we disagree with politicians, we vote them out. Roth stated, we don't kidnap them, kill them, or blow them up. Roth said talk of the plan was not protected free speech. Wolverine Watchman members Ty Garvin and Caleb Franks pled guilty to conspiracy to kidnap the governor and testified against the men they trained with, testifying that the plot was real. Roth argued Barry Croft, Adam Fox, Daniel Harris, and Brandon Caserta showed intent to pull off the kidnapping because of all the training and accumulation of gear like body armor, helmets, a taser, flex cuffs, and the making of explosives. Chris Gibbons, attorney for alleged ringleader Adam Fox, had a fiery argument in response that paid FBI informants took advantage of the men and relentlessly pushed the plot, saying, quote, we don't make terrorists so we can arrest them. And moments ago, after the jury decided to go home for the weekend, we asked Adam Fox's attorney about that message of not making terrorists.
You mentioned something about we don't make terrorists just to arrest them.
That's how it's supposed to work, and that was the message we wanted to send to the jury today. And I'm just glad we had an opportunity to do that.
On multiple occasions, each defense attorney also talked about the defendants with the undercover FBI informants smoking marijuana just about every time they got together, and they said talk of the plot was crazy stoner talk. They told the jury that time and time again. Now look, coming up at 6 o'clock, there was talk of killing politicians. There was talk of shooting police officers, but defense attorneys told the jury today at 6 o'clock they'll talk about what they really were referring to if the entire tapes that the undercover informants taped were played in court in context. They only got short snippets, so they say they were actually talking about something completely different. Live in Grand Rapids tonight, Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
All right, Sean, we'll see you again at 6 o'clock.
All right, well, with all the wild weather we've had this week, we really wouldn't mind things just kind of quieting down a little bit.
Not too much to ask, but let's see what's coming our way now, Paul.
Well, it won't be as wild this weekend, but we still have rain chances, which we'll break down for you coming up in about 10 minutes. But you see all the clouds here. And by the way, this is the third time this week in which I've had a sky cam shot set up for you. And like 1 minute before I came on the air, a freighter. We had an upbound freighter that just came by. You can even see the little trail here in the water. So sorry, I don't get to show that to you. But trust me, it was there. And they're really cool to watch in our sky cams. All right, most of us are in the 30s. Metro is at 40 on the button, but most of us are in the mid-30s. Wind chills for most of us are in the 20s right now. Just a really cold April day. But fortunately, the snow showers are gone, and we are going to see a clearing of the skies during the evening hours. So drive, you're coming down to the Wings game. It's just the temperatures will be falling through the 30s. But overall, this is like a quiet midwinter day over at LCA heading to and from the car. I'll be back with that weekend forecast in just a few, guys.
All right, Paul. Let's look at the coronavirus numbers from the past 2 days. State reporting 1,661 cases, so the average at 831 a day. 33 more deaths also being reported over those same 2 days.
And the trend in the 7-day moving average is improving ever so slightly. Back on March 18th, we were averaging 811 cases per day. Today, that number sits at 638. And the number of people currently hospitalized with COVID-19 is the lowest since the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, according to the Department of Health and Human Services, more than 16,000 people are currently hospitalized with the virus. Despite the drop in hospitalizations, though, health officials say hospitals are still dealing with staffing shortages. Since August of 2020, the CDC says more than 4.5 million people have been hospitalized for COVID-19. As the Detroit Tigers look ahead to opening day coming up next week, they are still working to make sure there will be enough staff to man the park and take care of the field, too.
The union for some 270 workers and the team still haven't reached a contract for this season. Our Grant Herms is live at Comerica Park for us tonight. Grant, you spoke with both sides today. What did they have to say?
Well, Kimberly, Devin, both sides here did not seem close to a deal. We are talking employees like janitors. We are talking grounds crew and security to cover all of this here at Comerica Park, and they haven't had a contract since January. Negotiations between the Tigers and the union for park workers entering the bottom of the ninth. With just a week left before opening day at home, Comerica Park could be without key staff. The dispute is over the contract with the union representing 270 housekeepers, security guards, ushers, and groundskeepers, including those who tend the field. They want a pay bump from $11.86 an hour to $15, equal pay among employees, and a better team-oriented culture. Portia Perry has been a housekeeper cleaning the park before and after events for 6 years.
If they don't have us there, how will they get the ballpark rolling? We are on the front line. We are there. We clean it up. We get it together. So far, she says negotiations are at a standstill, with just days to go before an expected 40,000 fans are to show up for opening day. Portia says the outlook isn't good.
You don't think you'll be there on opening day?
I don't.
In a statement, a spokesperson for the Tigers saying in part, "We are actively bargaining in good faith with the union to reach a contract. Initial proposals have been exchanged and we will be meeting for our first session on April 13th. We look forward to continuing constructive dialogue with the union until an agreement is reached." So tickets for opening day here are standing room only, and that same spokesperson for the team said if they don't have a deal by then, they do plan accordingly, and they will have staff. It'll be a packed house. at Comerica Park. Grant Herms, Local 4.
Okay, Grant, we appreciate it. And that isn't the only news today coming out of Comerica Park. Today we got a sneak peek at what's new this year, including some pretty interesting menu items. We'll give you a first look ahead on Local 4 News at 6 o'clock.